all fought the aspect of fire in
Oof.
yeah, pretty terrifying fight. Maybell unfortunately died as she stood between the aspect and Taunok and took a really hard hit and couldn't get revived. Uh, as you all left a bit downtrodden, he decided to make preparations for a final battle. So you spoke to the council about getting archers. You enlisted the help of wizards from the Avium, as well as the freedom fighters from the Stronghold will also be fighting. Currently, Ivo is scouting the border of the Scorched Grove while Taunok and Volker are at the Avium, so Volker can prepare his spells. He also learned that Lyria and the Cobblefight crew had finished the thing that they were working on, so you all now have a bone amulet that contains the Cobblefight Soul Siphon ability.
Mhm.
So let us start on Ivo's side. Ivo, you've been scouting the border over the next couple of days. You've kind of noticed more and more swarms of ember bats, as well as the telltale signs of the tunneling ash snakes. You've also noticed kind of like bits of the forest closest to the grove smoldering and smoking from the sparks that are created by the wind moving the ash. Make an intelligence or wisdom check.
I think I'll go with intelligence, thank you.
Yay. Okay, so with that, watching the ash snakes and ember bats, you kind of feel, especially in regard to the ash snakes, that they also seem to be up to something. Um, with that intelligence check, you're thinking probably they are also monitoring the border.
Okay. Um, would it be possible from, let's say, my time along the border to whenever anyone shows up from any of our allies to maybe mark down on a map that I have places where we can set up camps or like scouting points along the border?
Yeah, for sure. Um, so yeah, you do notice the groups beginning to assemble. So you come by perch guard, tenders, and freedom fighters. Uh, One group of tenders have also been scouting the grove as you have, including Trevor, who seems to be much more determined than before.
Does this
And with,
does he
yeah,
still
go
have his
ahead.
fiery companion with him?
Yes, he has a very fun companion with him. And Sam, you can introduce your new tender.
Just kind of a more cleaned up hedge walking aside um, our bird companion, just chattering away, trying to catch up on what's going on.
Trevor, I see you're back on the front lines again.
Yeah, I wanted to, you know, do my part after what's happened. I volunteered to be here.
Rob, since I think you were asking about the fire spirit that was following Trevor, that got sucked into the big fire giant last time.
Ah, yeah.
Yes. Yep. She is gone. No longer there.
That's, so, is it just your group of tenders in this area, or are you trying to spread out along the border?
Mostly just this area right now. We have been kind of, taking turns going up and down the border, taking breaks and stuff. Did the other two come back yet?
No, they should be on the way back from the avium at this stage. I stayed behind to set up some scouting locations so we can keep an eye on what's happening in the grove, and these fire snakes seem to be doing the same to us.
His eyes kind of widen at that as he looks towards the grove and is like, okay, well, gotta, you know, be careful of them. And he looks towards the hedge that he's been traveling with.
Why are you so surprised? They already said that they're smart.
Oh, I know. And I was just hoping they wouldn't, just fight the big one and that's it.
Posh. He's a giant elemental. You really think he's just gonna come down and have a fight like that and just like it's done? No, of course he's gonna have some sort of army or critters more inclined towards his aspects.
Oh. And then at that, he kind of takes a deep breath and tries to calm himself down.
Well, if you want to take your mind off it, I've got a map here noted with some locations where we can make up better scouting camps if you wish to share that with everyone.
Yeah, I can do that. Um, and he kind of takes it from you and looks at it and says, "Okay, okay, I'll take this back." And he looks at the hedge. You good?
Oh,
Should I
you
run?
get scamp.
Okay, okay, okay. And he will run off back towards Winnowing Reach.
I don't think we've had the pleasure.
Harkin. Granny Harkin.
Granny Harkin, it's a pleasure. My name's Ivo. I was here when the aspect previously came out, and I've been scouting, well, the edge.
Hmm. Get over here, child. I want to have a better look at you.
Uh, sure, you're gonna see a lot of Ash. And I'll walk over towards her.
She kind of lightly takes him by the bird chin, kind of twists him around a little bit. There's a once round walk. There's something about you I like. You're coming with me, son.
Uh, uh, that's nice of you to say, but I still have scouting to do. Maybe when it darkens.
All right.
Where are you stationed?
Here, over there. I don't know. They brought me out of retirement just for this.
Well, if need be, once I've finished scouting, I'll head back to Winnowing Reach for some rest. If that's where I can meet you.
Sure, I'll meet you there.
Well, stay safe, Granny. And I've also to start running off.
Oh. Going back to Taunok and Volker, you two have been sleeping in the same guest dormitory room that you were in before. Is there anything you want to do in the middle of the night? Any talking you want to do?
think we were just focusing on uh Volker trying to teach Taunok
Oh,
to
yeah.
not blow himself up with the
Yeah, I believe that was the plan of most of our return trip is the hey, Taunok, learn some goddamn magic.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're able to wake up in the morning. You're traveling with uh, Riz and Julia. From the side of the freedom fighters, you have Benna, Roxy, and a couple that are unfamiliar to you. Benna is looking pretty tired. Riz is looking really excited, as is Roxy. And Lyria will pull Volker aside and just say, well, I won't be coming to the fight. Best of luck. We'll meet up after, okay?
Just be careful in case something goes badly and it comes this way.
Same to you. I mean, you're gonna be right there.
Yeah, well, I'll come back.
She just smiles and gives you a nod. So you will be spending the next couple of days traveling. You will, with the freedom fighters' help, be able to cut across the forest to reach Winnowing Reach pretty quickly, just within a couple of days.
Well, I suppose there's nothing else for it, really. We have any idea where we're running into old Ivo anyway?
I don't think we have a specific way we'll be able to find him, but
Yeah, he tends to find us either way.
probably. Just, keep an eye out from tall trees. He might come falling out of them.
Seems like something he'd do, yeah.
Yeah, reaching Winnowing Reach. It has been filled with tents. There are groups of folk kind of organizing things, moving things around. Um, it's like a huge cluster of folk of different kinds and affiliations. You see as Volker and Taunaki enter the town, uh, there's a lot of familiar faces. Mayors of the various towns you've been to. Um, People are like the Perch Guard, Riffin. Um, you even noticed Shay, one of the council members. And one thing that you also notice is Penny walking around carrying a box.
Huh. Didn't expect to see you here.
And at that, Penny kind of startles and looks back and is like, "Oh, hi. Oh, I knew you two would be here."
Sorry, did you know she was carrying a box or a fox?
A box.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute.
Wish I could say the same. What's going on?
Oh, well, word of this whole gathering reached Marshview, and a couple of the Jerbeen decided to come help, and, well, I came to watch over Endo.
Wait, what?
Is Indo here?
He he wasn't supposed to be here, and then he came.
What?
No, don't worry, he's gonna stay out of trouble. He's gonna stay away from the Scorched Grove, like I told him.
Mm, Where is that little miscreant?
Let me see. And she kind of looks around a moment before, um, let me actually bring you to the Winnowing Reach map since y'all are here. She points towards the open area where Eliza had set up her cart before and says, he was over there. He was supposed to be helping, but I think he's teaching the Jerbeen to fight."
As soon as she has pointed out, like Taunok is jogging over that way. Not quite a full sprint, but hurriedly and just shouting, Endo!
And at that, you see a bunch of the Jerbeen heads kind of look towards you. And when Endo sees you in particular, he drops the sword that he was playing around with and runs up to you and jumps at your shoulders. Taunok!
Taunok will catch him and give him a very tight squeeze, but then within a second or so, just grab his shoulders, hold him off the ground away from him, just like, what do you think you're doing here?
I snuck in the caravan.
Yeah? And
I
you're
told
sneaking back now, right?
No, I told Penny I was coming. She couldn't stop me. I was too good at hiding.
Mm. Oh, when I get my hands on Ivo. Uh, well, you're heading back now, right?
Nope, I'm helping.
Yeah? How are you helping?
teaching him to fight. I'm gonna be the Marsh Knight.
Yeah, you're gonna be. You gotta live to be the Marsh Knight, kid.
I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna help move things around. I've been doing that,
Mm.
making tents, you know.
Mm. Ah. You, you. Wait here. Taunok will set him down and go walk back over to Volker and Penny. Just... I'm not entirely sure how to handle this situation.
Penny, have you seen Ivo?
Um, not recently. And she'll kind of look around. And Ivo, you are somewhere in this town.
Yeah, I probably would have been towards where like a strategy meeting would have been, like pointing out movements and that type of thing.
Yeah, so then you would be in the magistrate's office up here. And Penny will say, "Oh, he's been in a lot of the meetings with the leadership."
Mm. I don't like this. I don't like this. All right. All right. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Where is that?
And at that, uh, she points to this area and says, "They should all be over there."
Right. Okay.
And Benna kind of gives Penny a nod before saying, "I likely need to go there as well."
So you haven't spoken to Ivo recently?
Penny will shake her head and be like, no, he's been really busy scouting. Just see him every once in a while."
I just wondering if he had told you about Maybell. I am assuming he did not.
And at that, Penny kind of, her eyes widen and she shakes her head and says, "No, is she okay?"
No. She didn't make it after our fight with the aspect.
And she kind of looks down and sets her box down and sits on it and is like, "Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
well, you're all gonna defeat it and make it up to her?"
Gonna try. But in the meantime, and Taunok will go back over to where the Gerbeans are, find Endo, and just pick him right up by the scruff of the neck and be like, "Come on, kid, you're coming with me."
And at that, Endo doesn't like wiggle or anything. He just grins back at the other Gerbine and waves. "Bye."
And Taunok will drag Endo over to the where Ivo is supposed to be.
Yeah. So you all go to the magistrate's office. And when you go there, you see a lot of perch guard milling about, but when they see you, they let you in. Inside the magistrate's office, the main area has been, like, all the chairs and things have been moved aside. Um, there's a big table at the center, and sitting around it are a lot of familiar faces. You see Walden Crane himself, the magistrate of Winnowing Reach. You see Werner, the guard of Harvester, and current de facto leader of Harvester. You see Garrick Crest, mayor of Hillcrest. Ardwin, mayor of Meadowfen. Benna has come in with you. Riz has also come in with you. You see also Riffin, that small little strig, perch guard.
Mm-hmm.
You see Shay, the representative of the council. You see Granny Harkin, representative of the tenders. And you also see the raptor that you met early on, who seems to be the acting leader of Ashbury, Kara Stormsinger. And you also see Ivo, of course. They're all standing at a table, a big map at its center, looking down and chatting amongst themselves.
Pretty sure Granny Harkin's not a hag. Because I swear every D&D hag is named Granny something.
No, she's just nice.
Volker is suspicious.
Oh. One of you go ahead.
No, I was saying Volker is suspicious of this Granny character.
Ivo!
Oh, you're back. Just keep your voice down. We're in a meeting, Taunak.
Taunok walks just straight over to Ivo and just plops Endo down in between them.
Great, another
Look at the
interruption.
sounds.
Would you mind letting my assistant go back to his duties, please?
Here. I came here so you could tell him to go home.
He's helping protect the supply lines, i.e. here.
Endo giggles.
If you haven't noticed, it's all hands on deck. And he's been very helpful, haven't you, Endo?
I have. I've been moving stuff around and then also protecting them with my sword and my dagger. And he pulls out a very real dagger.
What? Where did you get that?
I've earned it. And he flips the dagger perfectly.
What?
Get out!
At that, Shay will kind of speak up and say, "Oh, actually, they should be here as well. They did fight the aspect. Maybe the little one not, though."
Fine. If you're gonna be here, though, you have to contribute.
Endo, please continue your duties. I'll catch up with you later.
Yes, sir.
Taunok is just too flabbergasted to respond to any of this.
Endo will pat Taunok and say, "Bye-bye, see you later," and kind of scurry off.
Yes, run along, child.
And Ardwin, the mayor of Meadowfen, he gets up and goes and collects some more seats for Benna, Riz, and you two.
You and I are gonna have words once this is over, Ivo.
Sure.
What's
whatever
going
you
on?
want. Well, we're currently discussing deployments, sightings of fire snakes, bats, next moves, what we have available. You know, a tactical meeting, because we're near the front lines.
Yeah. Well, in that case, and Taunok will take his amulet, his new amulet, and just set it down on the table. Present from the folks back at Volker's place.
The avium.
Yeah, that one.
And all of the various leadership and representatives look down at the amulet, then back at Taunok, and then
What's
at
it
Riz.
do?
Supposed to be a weapon to use against that thing. Got to get pretty close with it, but you remember that critter we fought for them while we were there?
The cobble frights.
Yeah. Does the same thing that did.
Oh, so it's, if I remember correctly, necrotic magic?
I know it hurts. I know you can't fix it after it hits you.
Yeah, I think either will just pick it up and throw it towards one of the people who can understand magic. Is it here?
Yeah, out of all of that, Shay is the one to pick it up and kind of inspect it and say, uh, well, one of the arcane users can use it, but you would have to be very close. It. Mm, not sure any of us want to be near that thing.
That's why I'm going to use it.
Yeah, I've been showing Taunok some general magical use, and he should be
Yeah, turns out I'm pretty good at this magic hoo-ha.
pretty good. Might be an overstatement, but he's capable.
No, so we're all doomed.
I
You
mean, we're
seem even more
probably
dour than usual.
yeah, we're probably doomed anyway. So this is just a good a thing as any, I suppose.
And Riz will speak up and say, well, he was actually learning pretty well. I think he can do it, Shay. And Shay will kind of stare at Taunok a moment and Volker and pass the amulet back.
So when do we go take this thing on? Are we still waiting for people to show up or what? Figured we'd be the last ones.
And Ardwin says, yes, you were the last ones. With Benna here and Riz and you two, we are able to make our final plan.
All right, so where's this thing hanging out? Let's go take care of it.
Plan. A plan first.
All right, I'm listening.
Well,
What's your plan?
I've supplied my recent up-to-date reports from the edge of the grove, but if you don't mind, I've not rested for quite a while. I'd like to get some before we actually go anywhere. I can be informed of the plan later, if that's okay with everyone.
Sleeping would be nice, yes.
If that's the case, I will be informed of the plan later on, but if you'll excuse me.
Benna will nod and put a hand on Ivo's shoulder and say, Lisa's around here somewhere, is she?
It's possible. I don't think I've seen her, but I know she's in the area.
And Benna would nod at that.
But I'm just gonna probably head to the camps and lie down. I'm pretty exhausted myself.
Taunok will just give Ivo a pat on the shoulder on his way by.
He probably moves more than you thought he would when you pat him. Like he's tired.
Oh, yeah, you go take a nap, bud.
Yeah, just you can inform me when I wake up of the plan.
Yep. Got it. I'll give you every detail, I'm sure.
No, just get Volker to tell me.
Got it.
And I will head out looking for rest.
Yep. Ivo is able to go to his usual 10 Tias at this point, assign one to him. He's able to go in and get some rest.
You two that came in and interrupted. Volker and Taunik, were it?
Yeah, those are the names.
Mm. Uh, Ivo told me a little bit about you. I'm also going to the front lines.
Yeah, well, don't believe everything that Sneak says.
Oh,
But in any case, I hope whatever he said was good.
said you're competent.
That surprises me.
Well, the way this is going, me too.
Hey, look, you want my help or not? So what's the plan, people? We've been out running all over. You guys haven't figured something out yet?
Well, my tenders have enough, well, some gold magic to at least help encircle the place.
And Shay will say, we do know where the ash snakes have been spending most of their time. We have set the tenders, as Granny Harkin has said, around the Scorched Grove so that it doesn't expand. We have the Perch Guard knocking down any swarms of ember bats that they see that have been entering the forest as well. At this point, we had decided to wait to decide on a plan to defeat the aspect itself. I'm sure we all have some idea at this point, and she kind of gazes up, and Werner speaks up and says, well, I say we strike quick, all at once.
I agree.
And Walden kind of shakes his head and says, "Ha, it's too dangerous. Send in the so-called freedom fighters ahead to distract it." And at that, Benno will let out a quiet snarl.
I don't think using people, sort of sending people to their death to slow it down is the best. We either
Yeah.
all go in together to die, or that's
You want to give them all the credit when they kill it before you show up? I know I don't want to.
I don't really care about credit personally. I just don't think that using people as fodder is the right thing to do.
Shay will nod at that and say, I'm sorry, Walden. You might have, uh, you know, discriminatory views on the freedom fighters, considering what they were before, and Benna will cross her arms. But they are freedom fighters now. They are our allies, and we will work together, not send any ahead. And Garrick, who's the mayor of Hillcrest, kind of waves a hand dismissively and says, well, I say let them so-called saviors go at it. And he gestures towards Taunok and Volker. They butted into business before, they can take care of it.
You listen here. We're all marching to war. Walden, you've always been a jerk, and I don't care what kind of bird brain you are. You're stepping into war with us, and you're gonna commit. As for you, those two can't take on a whole army of demons or whatever that is by themselves, and you're also going to commit.
I think I like her.
Well, I would say that some of us have more experience fighting this than others. So if the vast majority of you would like to keep the, assuming that there will be more things to fight than the aspect itself, if you want to focus on those things and allow us to focus on the big thing, that seems like it might be an okay idea. I mean, obviously, we could use some assistance there, as we probably cannot do it by ourselves, but as far as how to divide everyone up, that seems fine to me.
I've already tell you folks about what that thing can do in fights.
Shay will nod and say, he did.
Good. So it sounds like we're gonna need plenty of people who can keep their distance. Hopefully some who can slow it down.
Yes, we do have some wizards with our ice magic. We have Perch Guard who can use bow and arrow. Unfortunately, we know from what Ivo said that won't damage it as much, but it is something.
Better than nothing. And, well, we got this little cobble fright trinket, so that ought to help too, in theory.
Riz will nod her head and say, I think it would help as well. You did say that it, or at least we know it seems to heal from getting into the forest. If it does, then it won't be able to heal as much, right?
Yeah, don't know if it's from burning up the forest itself or just burning things in general, but seems a lot like any old forge fire. Give it fuel, it gets bigger and tougher.
And Riz will nod. And Benno will say, so is that the plan then? Most of us focus on the other things around it. You three plus a few of us go against the thing itself.
From what I understand.
I'm not so sure worrying about the stuff around it's a smart idea. They might go past, they might do a little bit of damage, but nothing like that big guy can do.
Listen, I may be old, but I still want to secure a way out.
I mean, I'm not saying we let them overrun us and subsume it, just, cut off the head, maybe the rest of it stops writhing.
And Riffin will kind of pipe up and say, well, the only thing is, we just need to make sure that the borders are safe. We don't want these things coming and burning the forest as we attempt to go after the big thing.
Everyone has their part to play here. That's why we all gathered here. And if anyone fails, I'll make sure to haunt them from beyond the grave.
Riffin lets out a little squeak at that.
I mean, hey, it's you guys' plan. I know I'm not an expert at this kind of stuff. If you think that's a smarter decision, I'll go with it.
And Riz will kind of look at Volker and say, you came up with it? You're all right with it?
I think it's as good a plan as any. I just hope that everybody realizes that not all of us are going to make it. So everyone needs to be prepared for that. We've already lost one person. It seems very unlikely that we'll all come away unscathed.
Yep. I don't think it'd be a terrible idea to try to get the non-combatants to evacuate from here before we really do this. Send them on the long road down to Marshview, something like that. Swamps will keep this thing at bay, at least for a while. If, the worst happens.
And Walden will kind of scoff at that and say, You want to send the townsfolk into the swamps.
No! Down to the town past the swamps. You know, where several of them came from?
Walden, quit being willfully ignorant.
Although that's sad. Swamps are a dangerous place, but, might be better than dealing with this thing. Especially if we could spare a few to keep them safe. I know, saw at least one familiar face out there who's familiar with him.
At that, Kara will say, well, it might not be a bad idea sending them into the swamps. Send a couple of perch guard with them. Send the one you spoke of. And they should be fine, I think.
Yeah. Penny's a tough old hedge, and she knows her way around those swamps well as anyone.
And Walden will kind of slam a fist down and say, talking about the witch?
God's damn it, Walden. There are no witches. I told you once, I'll tell you thrice. You quit this now before I beat you.
Why don't you take the people, since you're so adamant about poking holes in everything?
Walden will say, I'm not going into the swamp.
Good, then you can come with me up and meet this guy face to face.
And he'll say, he'll just shake his head and say,
He'll
I'm a
keep being
magistrate, not a fighter.
Oh, yes, please. Keep leading from the back.
And Shay will speak up and say, I think we've gone off course. We will, I believe it's a good idea, make sure that the townsfolk and any non-combatants move a bit south, perhaps with the help of that friend you spoke of. We can risk a couple of perch guards. That won't be necessary in the fight ahead, and move along with this, I think. I think it'll work.
All right. So have we seen this thing since it went back into the grove?
And Riffin will kind of speak up and say, um, a little bit, but we haven't seen all of it. We've seen, well, you know how well, I will explain that it kind of appeared as a mountain. Sometimes we see the little mountain here and there, but most of the time we haven't seen it.
But we know about where it is.
He shakes his head. We know where it last appeared, and he points at the map. But a lot of the ash snakes are kind of converging over here, and he motions that as well. So we think that that's probably where it's going to be.
What do you think, Volker?
Well, I guess we should just go where the best bet is at this point.
All right. Bunch of ash snakes it is.
Okay. Then Shay will speak up. I suggest we all rest up tonight, and tomorrow morning we set out.
Do we have a way to communicate between groups of people effectively so that if something comes up and someone needs help, they can request it? Or if we actually do find that the aspect is where we think it is, we can let everybody know and to prepare? Or
I mean,
I don't.
you and Ivo both have tricks like that, right?
I don't.
Oh, you did.
I have. Don't. I don't.
Ha.
I don't. I don't have the message spell.
And Strigg, the Riffin, the Strigg kind of says, Oh, we do have some flares, and the wizards can shoot their spells up in the sky, maybe.
I I have dancing lights. I don't, what does it say? Go 60 feet, I guess probably.
Um,
It doesn't say anything. Just 60 feet in the air I could send. Or I could cast minor illusion. I don't know what the distance on minor illusion is.
out of game, I'm pretty sure that's even shorter.
There is
Dancing
no
Lights has 120-foot reach, though.
yeah, 120 feet. Minor illusion is 30 feet. So
Yeah,
yeah, I could cast the magical lights, but I don't have a way to speak to anyone.
yeah, probably just multicolored flares would do the job, signaling different things.
Um, and Gus and Riz will speak up and say, well, a couple of the wizards can speak by message or sending, but I don't think there's enough of us for each group.
That's thunder wave. That's 300 feet. People will hear it.
Hmm. Well, in any case, I mean, you folks know what you can do to communicate, what you can't. I'm sure Ivo will be sticking with us. Ivo can get in touch with people pretty easy. So, best figure something out. Get some rest.
And Shay will nod at that and say, I would say this meeting is adjourned. Everyone, rest up, as he says. We will have a big day tomorrow.
About time.
Yep. All right, well, that's adjourned then, and Tarnock will start quickly heading out to go back downstairs.
So, yep. He runs off. The rest of the group kind of slowly um, get up and start leaving. Um, Ardwin and will come up and smile at Volker and nod and say, Thanks for coming. And Kara will also smile and slap you on the back, Volker.
Oak will probably like stumble a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't just not come back.
And Kara will say, I don't really like the way Garrick said the whole send you three in, but he did call you saviors, and I think that fits.
Well, I would can't really speak for Ivo, but I'm pretty sure that Taunok has a little bit more vengeance than savior at this point. But whatever works, I suppose.
Whatever works. And she runs off to go grab some dinner. And the rest also start getting up and milling about and slowly heading on to their respective things that they need to do. So, is there anyone y'all want to speak with or do? Whole lot of NPCs here that are kind of around.
I think Volker would probably try to find a quiet place to kind of get his thoughts together with the anticipation that he assumes he is probably not going to survive this and to prepare himself for such a scenario.
Yes, so the town itself is pretty busy. But in walking around, he would notice that um, the southwest side of the town, once you get out of it a little bit, it is a lot more empty and a lot quieter.
we'll come down to like a little stream here by sit under the tree or something and kind of keep to himself for time being.
Yeah. What about Ivo?
I think I would probably find some food and head over to the freedom fighters camp, probably meeting up with Lisa and any other of the leadership, just final talks before, like, the rest before.
Yeah. Yeah. Lisa would be there, giving commands to the freedom fighters. You would see one Mapatch woman standing beside her, who she introduces as Yelena, who um, is also kind of acting as leadership or advisor to Lisa and Benna. And at some point, Benna does also come and join up. And when she does, she looks at Ivo and says, I haven't seen Maybell yet.
Oh, sorry, I've been relatively occupied, but I'm sorry to inform you, she didn't make it past the first encounter with the aspect.
Benna will let out a kind of a growl, which is strange coming from a servant woman, and she says, just when we were reunited.
I know she was happy that she reunited with you. It's just unfortunately a thing came out of nowhere and caught us all by surprise.
And Benna is silent and she just gives out a quiet sigh and says, "Oh, I'm just gonna go get food. I need to sit down for a bit,"
I,
and
I
walks
can
away.
I can show you where we buried her.
And she stops and looks back at you and says, I would like that. Maybe after the fight.
That's fine by me.
You need your rest tonight. And she keeps on her way, and Lisa kind of lets out a sigh as well. Says, I'm sorry you lost your friend.
Well, it's definitely sad, but considering what we're about to do, a lot more people are about to lose their friends and loved ones, so nothing special about me.
Better not be talk as if you think you're gonna die tomorrow. I'd say, I think we can survive. We've survived a lot, haven't we?
We certainly have, and I'd very much like to survive, but I can't give you a guarantee.
Guess if you say so. But I'm gonna give you a guarantee. And she grins. Promise I'll survive.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to it. Oh, I did pick up a hint, or not a hint, but a bit of a trick, which you can give out to your troops tomorrow, is cover themselves in mud.
Why?
Well, the mud will harden and give you a slight protection against the heat. Nothing that'll actually save their life, but it may make them a bit more comfortable.
And she nods and says, okay, roll in the mud like pigs. Got it.
Well, can't you tell I need to go have a wash before I sleep?
Yeah, you're covered in ash.
Well, ash and mud, but that's never here nor there.
Go on then. I need to tell the fighters what's next.
Just don't do anything too foolish, and I'll see you. Hope I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, definitely.
And I'll head off to wash down before he rests for the night.
Yep. And what is Taunok up to?
Townok's gonna go find Endo.
Yep. Endo, at this point, is moving around a crate of vegetables and fruits. But when he sees Taunok, he kind of l- puts it on the floor and moves towards him.
Yep. Townok will just find a place that he can sit down and gesture Endo over, and if he gets within reach, grab him and just kind of set him on his knee. What are you doing here, kid?
I want to help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your mom and dad know you're here?
Mm,
Be
um,
honest with me.
uh, mm, mm, no.
Didn't think so. I know you want to help. It's real dangerous around here right now. It's only going to be more so in a little bit. But suppose I can't make you go home, can I?
Mm-mm. I'm gonna stay here. I'm not gonna help in the fight or anything. I'm just gonna move things around and supplies and teach the other Jerbean to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Kiddo, I think if you're going to do that, you need to know how to fight first.
And Endo's eyes kind of widen and looks up expectantly.
Yeah, all right, all right. Let me work these old bones out. And Townok will get in his pack and rummage around a little bit. He's got a walking stick in there that he's going to hand to Endo. And look, I don't want you going looking for fights. But if a fight comes and finds you, you need to be ready. Not having you getting trampled or lost or whatever. You understood?
Yep.
All right. And Townok does not have a big spear anymore, so he's just going to use the crowbar he has too. And run Endo through some basics. Have him practice with a shield a little bit. Have him do, run some drills. Nothing too intense, just the bare bones.
Yep. Endo is doing it all with a whole lot of excitement that
Mm-hmm.
Taunok is finally teaching him, bouncing around. Wide smiles.
Yep, keep it going. And Townok's an old owl. He's good at it. He's good in short bursts, but I'm sure Endo will eventually wear him down a little bit.
Oh, yep. Endo has a whole lot of energy.
Uh-huh. And maybe after, I'd say like an hour or so at tops. All right. Okay. I gotta take a breather. Kiddo, get over here.
And Endo will come up to him.
I know you want to practice. I know you want to keep practicing, and that's good. But you gotta save your energy for tomorrow, too. Sending a lot of folks back down towards the swamp. Hopefully Penny's gonna agree to go with them. You gonna help Penny?
Yeah, I'll help her.
Okay. Keep that stick. It's better than nothing. That dagger's probably better, but, just in case.
Yeah, I can do that. The dagger's for sneaky stuff.
Mm. And, well, before you go, that, bracelet that some of the folks in town gave me?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I had to sell it to get something for Volker so that he could be a little more ready for this. So, I want you to take this back to them once you get a minute, okay? It's a replacement. And Taunok is going to give Endo the Ring of Featherfall.
And Endo will take the ring and kind of look down at it and move it around and say, "It looks pretty."
You take good care of that, kid. It'll keep you safe while you have it, too. At least a little. Go ahead, put it on. See how it
Yeah.
goes.
Okay, okay. And he will put on the ring as a bracelet.
Yeah, see? About the same. Maybe a little smaller, not much. You take good care of that thing, right?
I promise.
Make sure it makes it back to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, I gotta go find some folks, see what's going on. Keep practicing, but don't wear yourself out.
Okay, I'll do that. And then I'll rest up for tomorrow.
Good. Good to hear it.
But before you head off, uh, Endo will kind of hop up and try to give you a big hug.
There's a momentary hesitation, and then Taunok just gives him a big old squeeze and ruffles his ears and his hair. And if I don't see you for some reason, you take good care tomorrow, you know?
Yeah. But we'll see each other tomorrow morning. I want to say goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll see you in the morning, kid.
Okay.
And Taunok would go check in with Penny and make sure that she's filled in on the plan of, hey, go to the swamp, be safe.
Yeah, Penny would nod at that and say, "I can bring them all to my old hut. There's a big enough space there, I think, that's free of too much swamp water."
I mean, the deeper you can go in, the better. More water between you all and that thing, happier I'll be.
And she would nod at that. And she also says, "And I'll make sure Endo is safe. I'm sorry I couldn't prevent him from coming."
It's okay. I don't think I could have stopped him either. But, I owe you for looking after him twice now.
No, you don't know me anything.
No, seriously, after this is all done, you let me know what I can do to help.
And she would just smile at that.
All right. Find Ivo. All right, I'll see you in the morning, Penny. And go find Ivo.
Okay. Just before you do that, I want to just ask if Granny Harkin wanted to do anything.
Just remind my troops that we're going into war, but it's going to be glorious because this will literally save our forest.
Tenders are cheering. Trevor is also hanging on every word. Okay, okay. So, Ivo and Taunok. At Taunok, you find Ivo cleaning himself up.
Ivo.
Hasn't anyone told you it's rude to peek on someone washing?
As if anyone would want to peek on someone like you. You get rest?
Yeah. As soon as you ask that, you see his body language is just worn out. I've got more rest than some.
Less than others. We're gonna need you tomorrow.
Well, once I've finished washing and have something to eat, then yes, I'll be resting.
Good.
So, what was the plan?
End result, there's a spot with a lot of fire snakes. We go there, we stir up trouble, bring a few of the tenders with us, hope for the best.
Well, last time after we killed a few of the snakes, the aspect appeared, so it's not the worst plan.
Yeah, they think that's where it's going to pop up next anyway, so fingers crossed. That kid really does take after you, you know?
Well, there's no harm in that. But as soon as I saw him here from returning from one of the trips, I made sure that it was only helping with manual labour and, keeping the supplies ready.
Yeah. He's agreed to go with Penny if we're going to try to get some of the folks who can't fight down into a safer part of the swamps. At least then there's some standing water between them and this thing.
Well, that sounds like a valiant job for the Marsh Knight.
Exactly. Give him a big proper thwacking stick instead of one of those little toothpicks, and he's right at it.
Have you said your goodbyes yet?
Hmm?
He'll just turn around and look at you now. Have you said your goodbyes yet?
Kind of. Said I'd see him in the morning. Gave him what I could. Keep him safe. How about you?
I've kind of said goodbyes to most of the people I need to. But I need to give someone a map tomorrow morning. Apart from that, I'm good to go.
A map? To what?
To someone's resting place.
Ah. We're gonna give him hell.
Well, hopefully not too much hell.
Hmm.
It's already hell enough trying to get ash and mud out of feathers.
Well, get the feeling some of us won't have to be worrying about that too much. So, maybe you're right.
Oh,
We're gonna pay him back for her, though.
I certainly hope so, because if we don't, we're all fucked.
Can't make a lot of promises about tomorrow, but that much I can promise. If that thing's walking out of there, it's with one hell of a limp.
I'll see you in the morning, Taunak.
Yeah. Morning. Taunok will go get some food. Complain about it the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Go to bed.
Nice. Is there anything anybody else wanted to do? I will take that as a no and say it is now the next morning. As you all wake up, you would see troops of perch guard with Riffin at their lead at the north of the town setting up. You would also see Riz with a few of the wizards. The tenders are also kind of moving up and have a group standing in the north as well. So we've got your troops. And is there anything you want to do this morning as you all prepare for this final fight?
Yeah, like I said, I've got a map I need to hand to someone.
Yeah, the freedom fighters are also up at the north. Vanna, Lisa, and Yelena are all up there getting prepared.
I'll head up to Benna.
And she would give you a small smile and a nod and say, "A big day today."
Well, it certainly is, and I'm just making sure I can keep my promise, and he'll hold the map out in front of him.
And she would take it and open it and look down and say, "This is where she is."
I'd like to promise you I could take you there myself, but you should probably take that just in case.
She would give a nod, and at that, Lisa will kind of stare at you. And Svenna would say, "Thank you. I will keep this safe. And perhaps keep it in the town so it doesn't burn."
Whatever you think is best.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna go collect the rest of my party, and go start picking a fight.
Good luck. And see you out there.
You too.
And yeah, you're also seeing a lot of the non-combatants kind of moving towards the south of the town. Penny is calling out and leading them all and saying things that they should be mindful of in the swamp and things like that. And Endo is repeating what she's saying.
Like hell Endo is. Taurok is there with Endo the all right, you've got everything you need. You got your you've got enough rations. Here, let me give you I've got a couple extras. Like I'll meet up with you soon enough just in case. But you guys might get lost here. Take a couple and you still got that big stick and the whole spiel.
Yep. And Endo is just like, "Yep, I've got everything. Don't worry, Taunok."
And you still got that thing I gave you yesterday?
Mm-hmm. And he shows his wrist, which has the ring on it.
Good, good. Okay. Got that knife still too, right?
Yeah. And he pulls out the dagger and then also says, "And I've got the stick." And he pulls out the walking stick.
Good. Good, good, good. All right. Yeah. You know what? Here, take another. I got some more of this. Take another ration. Like, you guys might need them. I don't know what everyone else is packing. You can share if you need to.
Endo would giggle and say, "Taunok, I've got enough."
And I will help you build up those muscles walking through the swamp with a big heavy pack on.
Oh, that's true. It's like extra training.
Yeah.
I should put some rocks in.
Ah, how about we stick to stuff that's useful? You carry the rocks around, people are gonna ask too many questions.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Taunok's effectively just gonna yeah, words. Laden him down with what he can. The things that aren't immediately useful for him staying alive longer.
Yeah, his pack is very full, and he will grin up at Taunok and say, "Um, I'll see you after, okay?"
You keep safe, kid.
Okay.
Give him a big old hug.
Yep. He would hug back and jump at your shoulders.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, careful. His whole back can't do that too much. Okay. All right. Well, what are you waiting for? Off with you.
He lets out a little squeal and runs back to Penny.
All right. Well, I'm ready. How about you two?
Yeah, always as ready as we'll ever be.
It's not like
Ah,
it's going to get any
there
better.
you are.
Oh, hello, Granny Harkin. How are you today?
Ah, let's go hit stuff.
You know, hedge after my own heart.
Oh, when you live to be this old. What the hell? Might as well say what's on your mind.
You know, no one has gotten that in so long.
Oh no, we've got that town. We just don't care what you think.
Ah,
And that's why I like you. You got that twinkle in your eye.
Well, let's hope
yeah.
it lasts a night.
Well, no point standing around twiddling our thumbs, having second thoughts. Let's get on the road.
Yep, and with that, you head off to the north of the village and kind of give a signal to the rest of the troop leaders, and they all signal back, and you make your march northward. Going back to the main map, the places where the aspect has been seen is around here. The snakes have been coming up around there. So you're able to all march north. The tenders kind of split off and move all around the border of the scorched grove to make sure that the grove doesn't spread. Perch guard are also spreading out to make sure that none of the ember bats come out. As you make your way to the scorched grove,
So, Grant,
wood
where do you peel off?
Peel off.
Going with the tenders, right?
Oh, no, I'm going up to fight. Hanging around with you.
Fair enough.
Gods forbid that nagging warden ever appears again. Oh, the guy never shuts up.
Telling me.
Well, take into consideration, well, with Granny Harkin here, we'll at least have one capable geriatric.
Granny, I'm going to tell you something. These two know it already, so I don't have to tell them. You stand between me and that thing, and I swear to whatever is up above, I will chase you right to the afterlife.
Ah! Good luck catching up.
Yeah.
If I beat you to the afterlife, maybe you'll look cuter. Maybe you won't be a bird.
Oh, one can hope. Say, how much are you, capable of in this case anyway? No offense, but, the tenders I've seen, I haven't been super impressed with.
Yeah, they don't make them like they used to.
No school like the old school, I got you.
Back before I got this old, I was fairly capable. I've weakened a bit in my time, I hate to admit. But I'm still good for a fight.
Okay. Gonna run up and club it with your cane or what?
No, I'm gonna shoot a spell at it.
Ah, another magic one. Lovely.
Uh, mm, no, there is more magic users here. It's gotta be Bird Boy in the back there.
Kind of all of them.
Not all of you. Uh, one with the black robes. Volker.
Sorry, were you addressing him?
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, yes.
You gotta be the magic one.
Gonna be the what?
Magic, you heard me.
Oh, yeah, yes, that's what I do.
Don't let him fool you. I vote too.
Nah.
Well, don't let Taunok fool you. He will also be using some magic.
Yeah.
The
Don't
prodigy.
remind me. I'm still not convinced this doodad's gonna work right. But it's our best bet.
I managed to find one my own too. I pull out my own talisman.
What is what
She's
does it
got one
do?
too. Wait, I'm so confused.
Ah! I'm not Granny Harkin for nothing.
What does it do?
Well, I had someone clarify for me since your explanations were so helpful. Apparently, it's got the soul siphon.
So
Wait, you do have one too?
Oh, I tossed it into all of your things. There's only one that exists.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood then.
No, that's okay.
So I say she's nearly as good as a thief as I am.
Ha! Me? Nah. Just had someone else with lighter fingers do it.
Well, that's always my job. As he summons a like a spectral blade in his hand.
Told you he was magic.
Is it real?
I'm pretty sure it'll feel real if it hits you.
Fair enough. Here's your silly bone stock trinket back.
Taunok will take it back.
Wait, you didn't pick it up off the table during the meeting?
What? I was distracted, emotional, whatever.
Oh god, we are all gonna die.
Ha! You
Look, I
can't.
think I know how it works anyway, so it'll be fine. Just don't stand between me and it, just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd call you the aspect of vengeance, but you're more the aspect of. I'll save that for after the fight.
I'll quit quarreling like lovers and get a move on.
All right, all right.
I mean, clearly I'm the pretty one.
Jeez, you only see fights like this after 40 years of marriage.
Hmm. No, can't get in between Ivo and his foxy friend.
At least I have a foxy friend.
I suppose that's true.
I've never stopped to consider compatibility, and I don't think I'll start now.
I mean, you two are hitting it off quite well.
I
all being agreeable. You could try it sometime, Ivo.
Oh, so could you.
It's okay. You'll understand once you're older.
That map that I just posted is tiny, but that's actually the official Humblewood world.
Oh, nice.
So
They opened it up more.
Yeah, it's a lot
so
bigger than I thought.
so here, let me.
Yeah, it would be in the top left.
No, yeah, it's
Like
like
top left center.
yeah.
Yeah, I know that they're expanding it, but they haven't released too much yet.
Because that's the thing. So
Ah.
that's why the thing is so small, is because this was on their this is on the official Kickstarter. They're like still doing updates. Although this update is actually really old, and it doesn't look like they've done much since. But I didn't realize that this actually existed. And
Yeah, I didn't pay too much to the updates either, actually. Okie dokie. I'm going to just pull everyone to the battle map.
Sounds good.
There you are. So what you see when you come towards the edge of the grove, you see swarms of ember bats and ash snakes, as the others have described. You have with you Benna, Julia, Riffin, Lisa, Yelena, Riz, as well. Each of these represent 5, so these are 5 perch guard. These are 5 each freedom fighters. One of these is a tender group, and one of these is a wizard group. You may command them as you will, or uh, each of the troop leaders will be able to command them. Once you get past about 15 squares off the, or sorry, 15 squares, 15 feet off of the tree line, that's when it starts to get into difficult terrain and painful to walk if you go fast. And let me put on the nice music. There. And turn order.
Oh shit.
Nice.
Nice.
it's the best I've rolled initiative for roll. And then I
To
just got
make
kicked out of the
things.
game. Well,
Oh no.
let me try this again. While I'm doing that, yeah, I highlighted the little spot that's the Humblewood map that we're looking at in circle. And then pretty big world.
I
Yeah, have
appreciate
to.
you circling it.
Yeah, I wish that this was bigger, because you could then just take the first one that's blank and then just make up whatever you wanted.
Yeah, so what's going to be our battle plan, ladies and gentlemen?
Kill all the things until they are dead.
Who else is good at staying up in people's faces? Riffin, right?
Yes, I can do that.
Cool. Who else?
We'll probably have a solid shield line followed by archers and magic users would probably be best as we progress forward.
If Riff and I are the only two who are good at staying up and close, no offense, but I don't think the two of us can block for all of you.
We have other people with us, genius. And he points at the group of people to our right.
That'll look a little squishy to me. What do you think, Griffin?
Well, the perch guard, two of them are good at range attacks. One of them would be good at coming forward. And he looks over at Benna, and Benna says, "Same with the freedom fighters."
All right. So a couple groups with us. And the small things are the bats, yes?
Yeah, these things are swarms of bats.
If it were up to me, I'd say we take all our frontliners now and try to incapacitate the snakes. There's not much we can do about the flying things anyway. Take them down, keep them off of anyone with range. Especially because any of us who have to get up close aren't going to do well against the big guy anyway, so might as well throw ourselves at it now and keep you all fresh.
And Griffin would say, "Seems as a plan as any."
Okay, let's group up our ranged options behind the combat line and let's do a steady march.
Cool.
All right.
So it seems like Benna is up first. She's going to do as you say. Run up to a snake and pull out her scimitar to attack. Unfortunately, not a very good first attack because she misses, but she tries again. And this time hits. Slashing at the snake that hisses down at her. Hi, though.
Seeing how Bennett just sprinted off first, Ivor will take aim at the snake and attempt to kill it early on, probably with little success.
Go ahead.
Does a 24 hit?
24 does hit.
For 19 points of psychic damage.
Amazing.
Good rolls are so much fun. So yeah, that's me for now.
Okay. So next are the freedom fighters. The frontline group will run over here and instead try to attack the ember bats. And will attack. And the freedom fighters get a crit. Pretty good.
Well, one of these groups have to be competent.
And then these freedom fighters will stay back. Whoops. We'll come there. This group will go there and both attack with their bows. Doing more damage to this ember bat group. And this one going after this ember bat group. Riz will, where is she? Will come over here and Ray of Frost the snake. Where is Riz? She is.
I do not envy all the character sheets you have to have open right now.
That is okay. and will attack at double damage. Poker.
Alrighty, we're just gonna do on this one here. We're gonna do Ray of Frost.
Okay, well that hits, and this particular Emberbrat group seems pretty thinned out at this point. It is Griffin's turn. 5, 10, 15. He's gonna see if he can finish off this horde of Emberbats. Where is he? There he is. Attacks with 2 hits, and this particular group of Emberbats is no more. There. Okay. And then Julia will come up and also Ray of Frost said Big Snake. And will miss. Ash Snake's turn. He will attempt to constrict Benna. And will miss, but will try a bite this time and will hit. Cool. Strignites. Whoops. 5, 10. Can't quite make it. We'll go there. Go there. And where are you guys? There you are. Okay. Big Snake gets hit by some arrows, and Ember Bats get hit by some arrows. Ugh, Lisa. Where did Lisa go? Lisa is gone. Nope, there she is. We'll also run up and attack twice with her rapier. Hitting once. And this particular snake looks pretty beat up at this point. Granny!
Well, here goes nothing.
Are you using that on Big Snake?
Yes.
Okay. Big Snake fails.
Cool. Because I'm level 5, I actually get to do 2d6 damage.
Oh, good lord! I forgot we were level 5. Oh, this is gonna be
Yes, you have
much
extra
smoother.
attack.
And it also
Why, yes,
and
I'll take 2 Town Ox for the price of 1, please.
disadvantage on the next attack.
Ooh.
Well, that's a good warm up, I think. Your turn.
At that, Yelena, the map patch, will also come over here to fight Big Snake and will attack with her bow and arrow. Cool. Tarnok.
Snake still up.
Snake still up, but looks very, very hurt at this point.
Gotta push through there.
Oh yeah, there's literally just a pile of very small bats there.
All right, let's wrestle the snake. And there we go.
Okay, that hits.
Still up.
Nope. As you whack into the snake with your talons, the snake does in fact go down.
I have a shield on, so I can't use my light crossbow. I don't have a trident anymore to throw at things. So I believe... Oh, I was gonna say, I'm just gonna move up to
Right.
there. And that is Taunok's turn. And he's just gonna shout, Stay where you can move safely! But that's it.
Okay. The tenders are going to stay back and just make sure that nothing comes forward. The wizard group is going to come up and Ray of Frost the Ember Bats. And do some damage.
I love how we're basically here just poking this area enough until the aspect gets annoyed.
Yeah, Benna is going to step into danger territory. And yeah, she's going to use her action for defense. She can't quite make it.
Mm-hmm.
Ivo.
I'll have Ivar move 25 feet. 25. I'm gonna start tossing daggers at the switchback. The ones in the back to try and bring them forward. So, first blade.
That hits.
And second blade.
That one misses.
Well, hopefully I've annoyed one of them enough to come forward.
Nah, Patch Bandits are gonna go after these bats. Map Patch Bandits are also going to keep attacking from a distance. Or not Map Patch Bandits, sorry. Freedom Fighters. These ones will come up with the Perch Guard. These ones will also come up with the Perch Guard.
And stab them in the back!
Oh! Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
Do some damage there. Do some damage there. This one missed. Amazing.
He got a crit last time.
He did. Okay, another Ray of Frost will hit this bat group, fitting them out pretty well. Okay.
Sorry, my headset was on mute. I was talking this whole time.
Oh no.
So like my Discord wasn't on mute, but my headset mic was up on my ears, so like it automatically mutes itself when I do that. So yeah,
Uh,
I was saying in reference to your sudden but inevitable trail Firefly reference there. I don't know if you saw, but Gina Torres, who plays Zoe on Firefly, is doing one of the voices in the Vox Machina
I
cartoon.
saw
Cool.
Oh,
that.
that's dope.
I don't remember who she's playing, but she's in it. Do any of these? Do any of them look more hurt than others? Is there?
Yeah, this swarm has only has a few bats in it left. This one, looks full bat swarm.
Right. I will
Um,
attack the one that looks the most hurt with Ray of Frost.
okay. And yeah, you take out this particular group of ember bats. Whoops. Griffin is able to make it and attack that bigger group of ember bats with a sword and will miss. We'll try again and will just hit. Another ray of frost from Julia. Will hit. Snakes. Will come over here to their
Oof.
closest fighters. Will bite and hit, bite and crit. To the freedom fighters. And with the HP that they're at now, I would say 2 out of 3 of the fighters there are down. The Strig Knights, sorry, I don't have the proper names in any of these because I'm reusing sheets. The Strig Knights here will drop their bows, pull out their swords, and attack the snake that's in front of them. And will actually hit. Yay. Lisa will go there and attack this Ember Brett. And will hit. Granny.
Over here, you overgrown slug. Definitely going to hit that big old snake that just attacked the rest of our group there. Our 2 standbys.
Yep. He rolled an 11, so go ahead and roll your 2d6.
Woo!
Yay. Okay. Yelena will step forward and short bow and hit, taking care of this group of ember bats. The bat's turn. They will move there, and that particular swarm can attack Lisa. And will hit. Townok.
Get to there. Swing, swing. Grab at some bats.
Grapple the bats. That one hits. That one also hits. And this particular bat group is down.
Nice. I don't have to ask if I can grapple the swarm then. That is it, though. Just shouting, "Get back towards that snake!"
Okay. This tender is coming, or this group of tenders is weary of the snake. They're going to move there. These two will move over there, and the wizard group are going to Ray of Frost Snake. And miss.
Oof.
Vena's going to let out a swear, say that she's too far, and then come over here to get closer to this Ember Bat swarm. Hi, though.
Yeah, I'll shout out to our allies there to don't overextend, come back, and launch 2 daggers at the snake.
Yeah, that one hits.
The second one without sneak attack.
And that one also definitely hits.
I'll move a little closer. That's 25.
Cool. The freedom fighters. These guys will come up to hit this swarm of bats. Ooh. They hit the bats pretty good. This one will use his action to disengage and fall back. And that one will come over and shortbow Snick. Ooh, another crit.
Hell
These
yeah.
boys are doing well.
Oh, at least we know the MVPs of this fight.
Mm-hmm.
Riz is going to keep Ray of Frosting.
I've killed a lot of bats, but thank you very much.
Yeah, so have I.
Hit the bats. Poker.
I'm gonna attack the snake.
Get that Snick. You hit the snake good.
Not great damage, but
It's better than no damage.
Mm-hmm.
and it's slowed.
Snake. Or, sorry. Still thinking about snakes.
Snack.
Snake will attack twice at Ember Bat. Hit both times. Ember Bat. Almost dead. There's probably like 2 or 3 bats remaining in this particular group. Julia will attempt to get rid of remaining Ember Bats in that swarm. Hit with a crit.
NPCs, man, doing work.
Right?
And do that.
I feel like the D or the AC for swarm enemies should go up the more that they die, because it would be harder to hit like 2 or 3 versus a big old pack of them.
That's so true. The only thing that goes down is their attack power. Their DC doesn't change, though, it doesn't seem. Or AC.
I also saw an interesting thing. Somebody had developed trying to merge 3.5 and 5e armor, because it used to be you would have like specific armor had specific resistances. So like in 5e, you see all the time, oh, it's piercing damage, oh, it's slashing damage, but it means nothing. But in 3.5, you could have armor that was like resistant to piercing damage or slashing damage. It's like that would actually be a pretty easy rule to implement in 5e as well. But sorry, I didn't mean to derail that.
Okay. Did
I just thought it was
3.5 have that? I don't remember it having that.
I think it was an optional rule
Maybe.
in 3.5, but yeah, in 5e they don't even mention it. But yeah, I do believe it was. I have while you guys are doing that, I will look it up because I have the 3.5 manual right here. Although I have the PHB, I don't have the Dungeon Master's Guide, so it might not be in here.
That particular snake buried into the ground before coming or after coming closer. And
Oh,
this
no.
snake is attacking District Knights or Perch Guard, who are going to disengage and fall back. While these ones will come over here to see where, hold their action to see where these snake that disappeared around here would appear. Lisa. Would come over here. Granny. Constitution check. And this time, Snake makes it.
Darn it. Keep running back, you guys.
And Lisa are yelling up. I'll come over here and far away shot. Short bow snake and miss very badly. Mets. 5. Cow knock.
People are getting in the way. I can get to there. And slash.
Slash slash. That one hits.
Okay.
And that one also hits. And this snake, or bats, are gone.
All right. Mopping them up. Just keep your distance from that thing.
Okay. Tenders are still holding back. The wizard group is going to Ray of Frost's neck and miss. Wizard group's not doing too well. But before the turn order can go through again, you see that familiar, or you feel that familiar rumble, and the mountain and hills starting to grow as coming from the ground, the aspect appears, looking slightly larger than it did the last time you fought it. You believe it coming and burning some of the forest made it grow larger.
I was expecting it to come back as a gargantuan creature.
It's supposed to be gargantuan. Is that one more up?
It's one more up.
Okay, whoops. One more up.
There we go.
Benna will yell, "It's here! Okay, mindful of the snakes." And she will go up closer. And instead of her sword, does she have... No. She only has a sword, so she's gonna just be... No, actually, she would use her action to run up closer to it. Ivo.
Ivo will take aim at the snake, knowing that the sooner we deal with this, we can focus on the aspect. So I'm going to aim and hopefully crit on an advantage, but probably not.
Nope, a pretty good damage there.
Yeah, like I said, when you can get a sneak attack damage in, it just gets ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, throw the psychic dagger at the snake, but keeping an eye on the aspect.
Oh. This particular freedom fighter group is going to stay around here just in case Snick pops out.
Ivo, what's that extra 2 damage coming from?
Braces of archery.
Gotcha. Forgot about those.
I'll come up here and Ray of Frost Snick. Frost. Ooh. Hits, and this snake is almost down. Okay.
All right, so I was looking that up while that was going on. And Shane, so it is in the player's handbook, at least, they only describe that certain types of armor can take damage from certain types of attacks. It doesn't say that anything about resistances in the player's handbook, but like because there was like a sunder armor attack, so you could do damage to, like, if you like slashing damage can do damage to this type of armor and that kind of thing, but it doesn't say anything about resistances in the PHB. But that's an original without errata 3.5 PHB, so who the hell knows.
So it's your turn?
Yes, I will attack the snake.
You hit
Ooh.
2. Not quite. It only has 1 HP left.
Danger noodle.
Riffin is also going to make his way towards Aspect. Julia is going to stay down here and fire her Ray of Frost at Nick. And hits, and this snake is down. But it is Snake's turn. And the snake that went into hiding is going to appear again.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to do that right there.
Ah!
And both these freedom fighters and Lisa need to make... Well, I don't have that part written down, but when it comes up, they need to make her Dex saving throws. Or be prone. Okay, Lisa makes it. But the freedom fighters do not. And the freedom fighters are now prone as the snake bites at them at advantage, getting a pretty good damage on these guys. And will bite once more, also getting damage on these guys. The perch guard will run up. Okay. They hit with all their attacks against the bats.
Good.
Okay. I'm gonna take a step back and fire her bow at Snake. And miss. Granny. Okay. On check. And Snake saves.
Blast it. Shouldn't have wasted all my good luck earlier.
And Lisa will snarl at the snake in front of her. And attack at it twice. Missing once, attacking once. Bats. Bats, bats, bats. I think there's only one bat group left.
Mm-hmm.
And they are going to bite at the perch guard there. And do pretty good. Okay. Tamok.
About time one of you worms got close enough. Attack once.
Yep, that hits.
Going to apply a superiority dice to that. Try to knock the danger noodle prone.
What type of saving throw is that?
Strength? Strength.
Okay. Danger Noodle survives, but still takes 7 damage, it was?
Yep.
Okay.
Next up, gonna use my bonus action to try to grapple it.
Okay. And
Just gotta beat a 13. Athletics or acrobatics.
13 has been beat.
Okay. Use my second attack to try to grapple again.
Okay. Ooh. Danger Noodle is grappled.
Okay. With Taunok's last 15 feet of movement, he's going to drag the danger noodle 5 feet north.
Okay.
Give you a little room to breathe over there! That's the turn.
Okay. Tenders are still hanging back. Wizards are going to come up there and ray of frost the remaining swarm of bats. Ah, they entirely hit it. 2 damage.
Yay!
They're helpful.
Okay.
We're here too, guys.
And I helped.
Okay, Benna's gonna go there and swap to her. Oh yeah, she doesn't have one. Okay. She's just gonna go up to it with her action. And now
Ooh.
she is there.
And it's super spicy.
Yes, it is super spicy. She winces as her clothes start smoldering. Where is aspect? How much does damage do?
Does the mud help?
The
Gives
mud.
1 point of fire reduction. Speed in half again.
I mean, in real life combat, it's actually a valid way of giving you a little bit of heat resistance.
That's why I said,
Yeah.
reduce fire damage by a little bit. But also your speed is halved because you're effectively wearing pottery at this point.
Okay. And
Shane, leave them alone. What if they want to wear literal plate mail?
Benna will wince as she's burning up. And I also forgot Big Guy has legendary actions.
Oh, lovely.
So he is going to do a magma throw. It reaches down, grabs a big boulder of molten lava and ash, and is going to actually throw it right here.
Yeah, I had a feeling we were a little too bunched up.
How big is this? 15 feet. So within 15 feet of this. A little bit lower than that, if you can move it down one. There. And one size bigger, I guess.
Oh, is a 15-foot radius?
Yeah.
Oh, holy cow, that's a lot bigger.
Yeah, I think Volker even gets hit by that.
Un momento, por favor.
Thank you.
Is there a save or do you just eat it?
Yeah, it's a dex save. Even Snack gets hit. You have to give me a moment.
You said it's here, right?
Yes, there.
Yeah, so Volker gets hit by it too. Oh, yeah.
Dex save, you said?
Yes.
Hey, it's me only with uncanny dodge and not evasion yet.
Okay.
It's okay. Tavnok's gonna block it with his face.
The DC is 17. It is 22 damage if you miss, and 11 if you wait. 22 if you don't save, 11 if you do save.
Oh!
For the record, Volker would have died if he didn't save.
Throw up absorb elements.
So you're down to 11 as well.
Okay.
Absorb elements is so good.
The snake takes it. Lisa.
Is Snake not immune to fire?
Snake is resistant to fire. Where is Lisa? Lisa saves. And Yelena also saves. And guard member does not. So I would say in this particular guard, there's only one left, as a lot of them get roasted alive.
Oof.
Okay, Iva.
Probably smells delicious. All this cooking chicken.
With the feathers on still, though, I'm not
Yes,
convinced.
that's true.
Probably a combination of delicious meat and also burnt hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, the French have a song for you. It's called Alouette. It's about how to properly prepare your bird for cooking.
I will move up to. No, screw it, I'll stay where I am. Ivo will aim, because he's technically within range from this distance.
Yep.
I'm going to aim at the aspect of fire, give him a middle finger, and chuck a blade.
Yes.
Come on, this is where you need a crit. Or just crit damage.
That's good
pretty
damage. That is exactly average damage for you.
Which is saying a lot.
Okay. Is that it?
Yep. I'll probably actually shout out to Lisa to pop a flare to announce that the aspect is here.
Okay. So the freedom fighter, this one is going to attack the snake. This one will run up. That one will run up, and they're going to attack Emberbat. Nice. So this Ember Bat group is down. And the snake takes some damage. Riz is range is 60 feet. Riz is good, is going to come up there and attack the aspect with Ray of Frost and hit for doubling 4 cold damage. It is Aspect's turn. He is going to see if he can get that magma brush back. Does not. And he's going to attack Benna, attack Benna again, hitting again, attack her thrice, hitting again. Wait, missing the last one.
We
So
did.
that point. Okay, Ulker.
All right. I will pull out a shaving of licorice root, and I will point
Yeah.
at my good friend Ivo and cast haste.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Sexy spell.
And also, I'm going to move up a little bit so that I'm in range. And if he doesn't move, so that I can cast a spell against him.
Okay. It's Knight's turn. He's gonna go there and just yell, pull back, Benna, pull back. And it's Julia's turn for. It's gonna go over there and hit Ash Snake. And hit. Snake looks pretty hurt, but it's still up.
Got him by the tail.
Yes. He's going to open its big maw and, in a 15-foot cone, use Ashen Breath. Uh,
Cool.
so he's doing it in the direction of this way. So for 10, 15. So I think it's just you two.
Looks like.
Make a dex saving throw.
I'm so good at those. That was a lie.
Okay. And go ahead, Harkin.
Granny,
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see myself on the initiative.
you need to make a dex save.
Yep, the snake breathed at you. Okay, Granny, you take half. So you would take, I think, 5, and Townok takes 11.
Oof.
Aspect is going to use his legendary action to uh, attack Benna with his giant fist, damaging her some more. And then the perch guard. Those two will go there. And that one will go there. And one of them hits Snake with its bow. Does pretty good damage. Yelena will also attack Snake with bow. And also do pretty good damage. Snake looks pretty bad. Whoops. Snake looks pretty bad at this point. Granny.
All right, just double checking something real quick. I'm reading up on it.
Yep.
Equal to my proficiency bonus. Fair enough.
Hmm.
I'd like to look at the giant elemental, and because the range is pretty good on this, I'd like to cast probably didn't hit, but it's a good attempt.
Yes, did not hit, but it is good attempt.
Guiding bolt on a druid. Stars druid.
Damn it, Shane, and your encyclopedic knowledge of D&D.
As soon as you were like proficiency bonus ties, I'm like, wait a minute. There's only so many things I can be on a druid.
And yeah, that's my movement too, so.
Oh. Elisa. Elisa, seeing Snake is pretty hurt, is going to step forward, attack with her rapier twice, and unfortunately miss both times. Lisa. The bats are all gone, so I'm gonna remove them. Townok.
Hmm. Okay. Townok is still holding a snake. Let's slash at it some more. Oh wait, no, I'm holding a snake. It takes damage.
Oh yeah, do the thing. Snake is dead.
Choke out a snake.
Woo!
See the snake go down. Get to there. Bonus action, healing word, or healing word. Yeah, second wind. Nice.
Nice. And is that it?
Oh no, I still have an action.
Oh.
Which this may be a terrible decision, but it's my decision to make. I'm going to use my action to dash to there, and then I'm going to use action surge to get a second action.
Ooh.
And I am going to attempt to use the Cobble Fright Amulet.
Go ahead.
Thought you were gonna throw a crowbar at it.
Arcana don't fail me now.
It failed you.
But I kind of failed you.
I've been bad-mouthing magic this whole time. This
I
is just desserts. That's okay. That's everything I can do this turn.
It's just imagine Townok running up there, like,
All right,
flailing the tamulet.
throws it at it. Bounces off. He's like, wait, I thought that's how it worked. Volker! But that's everything.
Yep. Okay. Well, since you're running at it, Aspect of Fire is going to use its last legendary action of the round to punch you. 17?
That is a miss.
Okay.
I mean, you did throw a magic amulet at it. I would expect it to punch you.
I bounced it off its shin.
They're going to come up. And Ray of Frost. Oh, that's actually good damage. A double. They did 12 damage.
Volker just holds up a sign for Townok.
That's not just Volker saying it.
That's great.
Standing so close to the aspect, Benna, you see like burns showing up on her skin and her clothes actually starting to smolder and flame. But she's going to stay there, give out a yell, and attack twice. Hitting once, but her damage doesn't do as much as she would like it to do. Ivo.
Ivo, seeing that, will shout to Benna, disengage, move back, and throw, or whilst aiming, throw 2 regular psychic blades because action and haste action.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
yes.
Oh, got correct.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ, looks like
Nice.
you catch him in the fucking eyeball.
Got right under the fingernail, man. That really hurts.
31 psychic damage.
Amazing.
That guy's got a headache. And the second one without sneak attack.
Do you get advantage on both of them with steady aim? Not that it matters.
I don't think.
Just the
No,
next
just the
attack
first
roll.
one. But still, the second hasted attack's still better than nothing.
Yeah, and it's still a 17, so whatever.
Yeah, the only like true downside to steady aim is I am not allowed to move to do this, like to get the advantage.
Mm-hmm.
But considering I've got 60 feet 60 feet guaranteed of throwing distance. It's like, I don't need to move.
Okay. At this, is that your turn?
It is.
Also,
At this,
Did a
Uh,
17 hit?
yes, 17 did hit.
Okay.
you
He's
have
a
10 turns of haste, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
As long as you don't lose concentration.
Yes.
a big aspect of fire is very upset that he has a pretty bad headache at this point. So he's going to use 2 of his legendary actions to grab another rock and toss it right here.
How big?
No.
That 15 feet radius right there.
Yeah, I think it's just me and NPCs that are taking the hit.
This time it is 30 damage if hit, 15 if save. And you save. So you take 15 and just a moment as I do NPCs.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, there's a way to like put number things on tokens.
Yeah.
I just can't remember how to do it.
Okay. Your first casualty on your side happens there.
You mean like the ones on Taunok?
Yeah, except you don't even have to. You can just like toggle them up and down, like say blue 1, blue 2, blue 3.
Huh.
So that way, if you got like 5 people in a unit, you can
Oh,
put it as blue 5. If you lose 3, there's blue 2.
oh nice.
Just makes it a bit easy for you if you try and remember who has what in what unit.
Yeah, all you gotta do is go down to the little circle thing under the icon to like put a marker on it.
Blue.
And then when you scroll over blue, type a number instead of actually clicking on it, and it'll put that number.
Roll over. Oh, nice. Okay, but there's only one in this one.
Also, a way for you to track, like, for haste, you can track turn order, like how many turns you have for
Yeah.
haste. Things
On
like that.
the West March, it's like that's the standard practice. Like, oh, you're concentrating, put the little timer with a number so we know you're concentrating and for how long.
Ooh. Okay. It is Napatch Bandits, or sorry again.
Yeah, we know it's okay.
I will always recognize them as Map Hatch Bandits.
I changed their picture and I still can't remember. They're
My
nice.
concentration is the same as his haste,
Yep.
so I'm not going to put it up there.
They'll always be bandits to me.
I'm just going to let you all know, if I didn't save on that, I would have been unconscious.
You have advantage on deck save, so not that it would have mattered on that roll, but
Yeah, true. Like I said, I just need to somehow get evasion, then I'll be perfectly fine.
Okay, they do some damage on Big Boy. Riz. Gonna go there and keep attacking. 14 damage. Okay. And with this, the aspect is going to use his last legendary action of the turn to punch Benna. Aspect. Punch. Saves. Benna does not get hit, luckily, otherwise she would have beaten down. It is now the aspect's turn. And with this, the aspect will start moving forward.
He has had his speed reduced. I don't know by how much exactly.
Is it by half?
It's by 10 feet per time he got hit by a ray of frost.
Oh, yeah. Uh, I'll just say he will go there.
Okay, hi, friend.
And when do you get hit by his
Hot, hot!
skin touches? Or ends their turn. Okay, you're still fine. If you melee attack him or
Mm-hmm.
touch
I don't
him,
know. I don't know.
or
I
at
know
the
what
end
I
of your
remember
turn.
from last time.
But he has left Bena's reach, so Bena's gonna scimitar attack. And Bena just hits. There. Okay.
All right. How about an ice knife? Or not? Just
Oof.
not.
Well, he still needs to make the save against the cold.
Yeah, because that's still like a 5 foot splash damage.
You didn't stab him, but you still might chill him out.
Nope. You rolled a 17. Is there anything that happens on a save, like half or anything? Okay,
Does
no.
not say so.
Okay.
Oh, it's it or take 2d6 cold damage, so
Yep.
Did you want to move anywhere?
Nope.
Okay. Your friendly neighborhood knight. 5, 10, 15 melee attack. Melee. Will hit once. Oops. But will also take damage. For those melee strikes. But um the Griffin is going to use a maneuver and say to Taunok, if you want to fall back, fall back.
Oh, gives me the ability to move.
Yes, I should roll that to you. Just a sec. There.
I think I know that maneuver.
is it? No, it's not commanding strike.
Nope, just the maneuver.
Reaction to move away, half their movement speed. And it's difficult terrain still, so I can only move one space away, but I will. I'll actually move diagonally. I'll go to there. Right!
And Aspect's gonna take a legendary action to punch. Or unless he did that this turn already. Forgot to. Okay, I will just say he did that already this turn. I can
I
remember.
think he just punched. It was on his turn. I don't think he used his legendary action to punch. I think he just punched on his actual turn.
I think he did it once before and then also threw flame at everybody. So I will just reset the legendary action for next times. Okay. Julia. We'll go over there. And Ray of Frost. And hit.
Yeah, he definitely had not used any legendary actions since his turn. Because the only people who had been after him were Volker and our little knight friend there, and that was it.
It's gonna punch. And he will miss Riffin. Good. Okay. Our snakes are dead. The knights mourning their fallen comrades. This one will go over there. And that one will miss terribly, but that one will hit for half damage. Yelena will go there and keep pelting with arrows that hit and do half damage. Granny.
All right. It's been a really long time.
Ooh.
Ooh. Aspect is not dexterous, but he still saves. Uh,
So still takes 2d8.
okay.
So takes 9.
How did you call that?
Because I looked at the 20 and took the first 2 dice.
I would have just said 10. But does it put out fires?
Well, the water spreads out along across the ground in all directions, extinguishing unprotected flames in this area within 30 feet of it.
Oh, so I would say that the area that got hit is no longer a difficult terrain for the time being, as the ash kind of sizzles and smoke is released, and that particular area is cooled for a bit.
So 30 by 10, so 6 by 10. Where did you put it, Sam?
I would have centered it on the guy.
Okay, so like...
So no difficult terrain, but now visibility is low because of all the steam.
Yep.
So like that? Oh, not even that long. Shorter than that.
Oh no, I can't select it now. I was trying to get rid of it. That way I can proper. Well, I imagine it's a circle because it says all directions.
Right, 30 feet of the area, though. Like, so it's within 30 feet of that rectangle? Because that's the area.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah.
All right, I can work on that.
All right. Well, I don't know what I did to not be able to move that circle or anything. So,
That's okay. I don't know how to remove it either. I don't know if I can as DM. It's not doing anything for me.
fair enough. Did I accidentally somehow move it to the map layer?
Nope. Nope.
Ah!
Nope. You definitely didn't.
Thank you, Shane. All right. And I'm not moving. So,
Where did the big circle come from?
Shane is giggling.
That is within 30 feet of that rectangle. It's actually a little
Oh,
short on the north end.
wow. How cool. Amazing. So that area is no longer difficult terrain, but there is now steam.
Okay.
Lisa is going to. Oop, the cat. The cat. I don't need a cat right now. We're doing fighting business. Okay, she's going to attack the aspect at disadvantage. Oh, still does pretty good damage. Well, would be pretty good. Okay, Kanok, you are now surrounded by steam.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this continues for 3 turns. Let's put it on the aspect.
Okay, soul. Yeah, let's do soul siphon. See if this works this time.
Nope.
Holds it up. Kind of braces. Oh, come on! Uh, hmm. Gets to there. That's the turn.
Okay. Big boy aspect of fire is going to very annoyedly use 2 of his things to throw another ball of fire. So everyone, he's gonna toss it. There.
There. Centered on a crosshair if it's a 15-foot radius. Nope, that one's too big.
Okay, Granny, you will take 10 damage.
That's better.
Well,
Oof.
no matter what happens, I'm going down.
It is a DC 17. You take 21 damage if it's a hit, and 10 if it's a save.
I had 6.
These guys are also down. These guys are also down. Julia. Will Julia make it? Julia saves.
So unless the tenders want to be nice and wake me up.
And the wizards. Do not make it. One of them now. Okay. So, yeah, if you wanted to just move that circle off into a corner so that we can use it again, or you can just make it go away, I guess.
Yeah, I can draw 'em. I got nothing better to do.
Okay.
I
So,
don't exactly have a lot to worry about between my turns as a fighter.
Aspect used all his legendary actions doing that. The one remaining thing is going to Ray of Frost and miss. Oh, and the tenders are going to see that their friend is down. 5, 10, 15. Run up and use. Where is my tenders? I didn't pull up the sheet for my tenders. Or I X'd it out accidentally. Tenders, tenders. There you are.
I don't know. You might already be doing this, Tara, but I didn't learn this on Roll20 until I'd been DMing for a while. But like, what I used to do was I would open up a bunch of different, hit the little thing in the left-hand corner where you open up all the different ones. But if you just have the character sheet open and then in the white bar at the top, if you just double-click on that, it'll just minimize it, and then you can order them all in a row, and then just double-click on it again to keep popping them up. It's an easier way to keep them all organized if you have a ton of them open.
Mm-hmm.
That is good to know. I was not doing that.
Yeah, because I used to just open them all up separately on a different screen, and that was difficult. But yeah, if you just double click on them, minimize them, then you can put each individual little small icon in a row on the side or wherever, and then when you need it, just double click it, and boom, there you go.
Cool. I will do that. Whoop. Okay. So, Rob, you regain 16 as you get a horde of tenders come and help you.
I like all the perch guard like dying on the ground. Tenders are like, yeah, this is fine. As soon as Ivo goes down, they're like, shit! Someone
I for-
important!
Favoritism.
I forgot the tenders were even there. Because they were just hanging back the entire time. Oh.
Hey, I'll take the favoritism.
Right?
Okay.
We are the heroes of the story, all right?
Oh, what is Benna gonna do? She doesn't have a long range. Oh, she can throw a dagger. Benna's gonna throw a dagger and miss. Okay, Ivo.
I would like to spend half my movement standing up, so I'm spending 25 feet of movement to stand up.
Okay.
I will continue to aim, because apparently this guy likes throwing fucking boulders at me. And I shall throw my first dagger. See if that hits.
Okay. That does hit.
Nice.
Now for the hasty action. Do I want to get creative is the question.
All for creativity. How creative we talking?
Creative to the point of it might not work, and even if it does, it's probably not worth it.
I'm less on board with this plan now.
I mean, it's a hasted action, so okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to throw the nest charm
Ooh.
right at its between its feet and say the command word.
Do a throw attack, range attack to see how well your aim is.
I'll just throw a normal attack and see if that.
Yeah.
So 24.
Yep, you are definitely able to get the nest charm right at its feet. You speak the magic word, a tree appears.
Yes, so a 30-foot diameter platform, 50 feet into the air.
And the platform will start smoldering and burning as this creature is now standing on top of it.
Maybe, but at least it got people from right next to it.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's me.
How big did you say that platform is?
That's 50 feet in the air.
Yeah, but how wide did you say it is?
30.
I think you might have gotten town knocked too.
you could theoretically have picked me up, and you have almost certainly picked up our other strig friend.
Well, I mean,
Yep.
I could say like throw it over here or some shit, but
True.
Whatever you desire. You got a pretty good hit there.
I mean, we actually want to be in melee with it, so your call.
yeah. So I'll do that. I'll get the Strig, Townic, and the Aspect up, but leave Brenna down.
Okay.
I'm not gonna love that.
It's not my problem.
Also, I just like to make mention of the fact that I love the fact that haste doesn't end when you die. It's like, I'm still concentrating on your dead body. Nope, you're hasted. Get up.
So yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting the Nest Charm to come into play.
Nope.
I'm probably just gonna say after this, it's probably ruined.
Yeah, I would say it's burned up.
Safe bet.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, that was action and a Nest Charm, so I'm good.
Okay, map patch. 5, 10, 15. Well, we're right up there. Still got 3 map ash friends. All miss except for one that crits, but still half damage. Okay, Riz is going to keep attacking. Oh. This time missing with her Ray of Frost. Aspect. He's now on a platform. He's very upset. He's going to try to stomp on Riffin. Oh no.
Did you just crit?
I did. Riffin is down.
Ooh.
That was 48 damage.
Oh.
Is he just straight dead?
Not straight dead. Because he, 48. Since he's got a name to him, he is unconscious, but not dead yet.
Holy shit, that's a lot of damage.
I will do this instead. And then he's gonna punch Talnok.
Fly. I can just see Tonic flying off the.
Yeah.
Flying
No,
off the
he
tree.
only got 11. He is
No.
good. But he gets his legendary actions back. Booker.
I don't think I can hit him anymore. For my distance and that range, going up,
50 feet up.
I mean, you could move a little closer, and he's easier to see because he's
I'm
in the
not going
air.
to catch myself on fire.
No, I mean, like, come to the edge.
That whole blue area is still not hot.
For now.
For now.
So let me see. Trying to the largest range I have is 120 feet.
But that should be more than enough to hit him.
That is. I will cast it at level 2, so we will have 4. Wrong 1. We
I was
will
gonna say
have.
a second level mage armor. Oh
Right?
goodness.
No!
You get a
thank
mage
you.
armor, and you get a mage armor.
It was magic missiles!
Wow.
They're right next to each other on my sheet. Oh my god, really? Wow.
Eh. You're only like 3 below average.
That's all I got.
11 damage.
I mean,
Still pretty good. The aspect actually looks really hurt at this point.
you know, to be fair, I'm pretty sure that tree's not going to last much longer.
Nor will we.
Okay. He's got to make his first 20, saving 1.
Auto failing one because of the heat.
Oh yeah, auto failing 1 because of the heat, yes. Because he ended his turn like right beside the beast.
I mean, unless he somehow rolls off unconscious and into Benna's arms.
I would say if he was punched, I would have allowed that, but he was stomped on, so he's just smushed on a tree. And yes, I would say at this point the tree is half down, so in a few more turns the tree will be gone. Oh, Julia.
Yeah, definitely wasn't the greatest idea I could come up with, but it's like,
Julia missed with her Ray of Frost. We don't have any more perch guard at this point. Yelena is going to attempt a short bow attack at disadvantage and miss Granny.
So Ivo was right there, right? All right, and you said you're down, correct?
oh, I'm conscious again.
Okay. All right. I guess. I'm just making sure this spell works the same way I think it does. Focused on our primordial friend.
He's gonna use one of his legendary resistances and not have to do anything.
Boo.
Who you targeting with that heal?
Griffin.
I think he would still get the heal, though.
He still would. Yep.
Wait.
Okay, so Riffin is up.
He gets to spend a hit dice to heal.
Riff.
See, for me, I kind of wish there was more spells or abilities to use hit dice in combat.
Mm-hmm. Yep, me too.
Okay. Riff gets more than that. Cool.
So he gets a hit dice, and instead of his constitution, he uses Granny's wisdom.
Okay, what was your wisdom?
I have a +4 modifier.
Oh, okay. So 1 more than that. Plus. Okay, Riffin's not 100%, but he's up.
Huzzah! And then I will move a little bit closer, I think. Right, left.
Cool.
Spread out enough to not get a random meteor in a group.
Yeah, actually, that's what I was just thinking about.
Dude,
'Cause you're all
Hey.
that's my favorite. I think
You're all pretty punched up there.
Yeah, we are.
yeah. I think
He's
in
gonna do
both
it.
fights you've constantly hit me with them.
Oh, the damage is
I mean,
really bad this time.
this
But
Meteor
yeah,
swarm.
yeah, go ahead. It's right there, right where he said. But this time it was actually really bad damage. It's only 13 on a fail.
So I take 6 or 7,
6, I think.
I'm dead.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, the tenders are there. Oh no.
and I lose
The-
haste.
Okay, the tenders
Oh, you
take
lose haste. Oh God.
6. Um,
This turn's about to be really bad for us.
Yup.
Mapash. Okay, they both fail.
Yeah, because I think I'm technically stunned for this round.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Ooh. This guy. 1. Julia. Also fails. She's looking pretty bad. Yelena. Yelena actually fails. Okay. And that's everybody. Cool. And it's Lisa's turn. She just yells, "We need to separate, fall back." They'll run there. And Taunok.
I hate to do this, guys, but this has been on my character sheet since day one. And this is the first time it's actually been directly relevant.
Oh. Oh no.
So Taunok does nothing.
Technically, you're not at great height. You're about 2/3 of the way down now.
50 feet up, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but
It hasn't burned away entirely. I would say on Benna's turn will be when it's burned. You're just standing in flames.
Yeah, the thing he's been saying this whole time. Don't put fires in trees, children. So he does nothing.
Oh, this magical tree was a fantastic addition.
Okay. It is Tender/Wizard's turn.
Yeah, I think
Ray of Frost. Oof, miss. and-
Volker's down.
Yes. It's gonna go over there. And you gain 14 hit points. Okay, Benna is going to and we'll go there. Hi, Bo.
I
And
am
at this
stunned.
point, yes, you are stunned. And at this point, the tree is going to just smolder, and flames are going to come up from it and break down the tree. So,
So we all fall 50 feet,
yep,
including the big fire thing.
yep.
Cool. Do you want me to roll my own fall damage?
Go ahead.
Just enough. Taunok is unconscious.
Where are you, dice?
God, that tree has been perfect.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say, if it's the last session of the campaign and Taunok dies by falling out of a burning tree, there's something poetic about that.
Uh, Do large? I don't even know this because I never do fall damage. Does like would he
Size
take
doesn't
less?
matter.
Doesn't matter. It
Just
should.
it's just a d6 for every 10 feet. I think the rationale is that the bigger things tend to just have more health. So they don't care as much as a lower percentage of their health.
Okay. My patch. You're gonna keep trying your best. One of them hits. 3 damage.
Do the two in the big group decide to spread out a little bit?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That was the plan.
I mean, because if they stood next to me, I am literally a flaming lava ball magnet.
Yep, they're gonna go like that. Riz will do her refrost. And hit. There. The aspect's turn. He is going to, so he should be at 30 feet, so. He is coming closer. Volker.
Oh boy. What shall I do?
Go big.
Go
I
big
don't really
or go
have
home.
anything. I don't have a whole lot of big stuff, but all right, let's see. All right. Wait a minute. Let me double check something real quick. Okay.
He is going to use a legendary resistance.
Still takes half then.
So we'll take double.
So
And
take 16.
how do you want to do this?
I imagine it will just encase him in ice, and you see the steam rise off of him. I guess he wouldn't crumble or anything, so we just now have a big statue of frozen ice, and I think Volker would just fall on his butt.
Yeah, and as you do that, you see the won't let me scroll. There. You see that it does encase in ice. And to add a bit of flavor, I will say the creature, like the ice cracks and breaks, and pieces of the aspect and the ice fall to the floor as steam rises from where the ice hits the ash. And you have done it! Yay. The aspect was trying so hard to get to the forest to heal, and the tree actually helped with that. Because he got stuck.
It didn't help with Tarnak.
Great job, everybody.
Check on Tarnak. He took a big hit.
You breathing? Ah, healing word on you.
Go on, buddy. Up we get. You've just killed an aspect of fire.
Technically, he actually took more damage than that because it didn't roll the he took an extra 1d8 on top of that because I cast it at 3rd level instead of 2nd level, so he actually took more damage than 16. Not that it matters, but
Yeah, he only had 13 HP left.
so he actually took 24.
Amazing.
Who else needs healing?
Griffin will just say, I'll be fine. I just got some from the tenders. See if
Beautiful.
anybody else needs healing. And Banna just says, I'll be fine. Work on the others. See if we can save anybody. And all the perch guard, I will say, are actually dead.
If you have a pulse, moan.
Hey, Taunik, look to your left.
Taunok is conscious but not responsive. He is literally just like spread eagle on the ground, just staring at the sky.
I just got the idea of, like, say, if the entire head was just on the floor staring at Taunik.
Might slowly turn, look at it, just look back up, maybe pass out again.
Good job, Volker. You killed an aspect.
Yeah, you're pretty slight. Who knew you had it in you?
And the one of the freedom fighters will throw a signal to say that it is done.
I have
Let's
to
just
say
assume I
that
use the rest of my spell slots to get people back up.
Yep.
I think this is the first time that I've finished or been like killed been at the last boss in a very long time, because most campaigns never ever get here. Even I mean, it just doesn't happen.
Hey.
If
How's it
it's,
feel, champ?
Which of us is a champ? I
Yeah.
assume that he is the champ.
we're all
Everyone.
champs.
Yay. Yeah, you see all the freedom fighters slapping each other in the back, getting all excited and kind of also mournful for the friends that they lost.
I mean, should we grab Taunik or just leave him there?
Get up, you bag of feathers. If you don't get up, I'm dragging you, and you don't want to feel my quills in your back end.
Maybe he does.
Taunok still just has like full blown 1,000-yard stare off into nothing.
There you have a kid to yell at.
Right. Right. Slowly stand up.
Yeah, I'll bake you a cookie later. Come on.
Yeah, I think I'm going to walk over to the aspect.
Yep, go ahead.
I'm going to
You just
take
see,
his
like,
head.
go ahead. He's a very large creature.
I'm going to drag it ever so slowly.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll see like if there's any like bits, not that are not like frozen, but like like parts of the horn or something to take back to Lyria. It seems like something she might be interested in.
Yeah, you can do that.
I was just taking the head as a trophy. If you want part of it,
But
go
the
ahead.
head is way too freaking big to carry.
If you want something
All
home,
right.
go for it.
I mean, look how big this head is.
Yeah, it's a trophy to take back to the tree.
Look how big that head is.
That's not bad what I said.
Remaining tenders. Not standing around. Come on. We got a fire to put out.
Yes, ma'am.
And she'll start casting control flames and extinguishing everything she can at a very slow, meticulous, even pace.
Yep, the other tenders will join her, the 4 remaining.
Optimus Prime out here. Tenders, roll out.
Hey, Taunak,
Yeah.
come over here and help us with the head.
Okay. Help you how?
Oh,
He wants to carry it. He's an idiot.
we're taking it back. It's a trophy.
Right. Okay.
I mean, it's also proof we actually killed an aspect of fire.
Ah.
Probably turn it into a house.
Oh, or a really nice decorative piece.
Chaunok will help drag it.
I will
Very
not help drag
slowly.
it. I will supervise the dragging. Outstrength by the wizard.
Can I use athletics?
Yeah, go ahead. Despite your tiredness, you seem to be doing most of the work.
What else is new?
It's like that thing, like when it looks like we're carrying something, but really, you recognize that it's just you.
Yeah, these 3 stooges carrying a head.
Yeah, the rest of the group will kind of look at you weirdly and start to.
Chaunok is not trying to lift that thing up. He is dragging it behind him, and however much of it gets left in the dirt, gets left in the dirt.
Yeah, you are all able to drag this thing and start heading back to Winnowing Reach. And as you are walking back, you also see the other troops kind of moseying back as well. Some of the tenders staying back and making sure that there's no flame spread or anything. And I will move you all back to here. And as you all come back, the leaders and representatives that remained back are kind of waiting for you. And Shay says, "I saw the flare. Everything is good?"
Everyone would
just
point
points
to.
at the head.
Yeah, everyone just points at it.
And Shay kind of like double takes at that and sighs and says, I mean, casualties?
Yes.
We lost the perch guard in our group and a couple of wizards, a tender, and a few of the freedom fighters, but it could have been a lot worse.
And Shay nods at that and says, "I'm glad you've made it back." And Ardwin kind of grins at everybody and says, "We need to celebrate. Party tonight. Rest up until then."
Oh, we need to bury the dead first.
And Riz will nod at that and say, "Okay, we'll deal with that. I think the 4 of you or 3 of you should get some rest."
Well, no objections from me. Volker, Taunak.
Chaunok just nods.
Yep.
I know a good spot in camp. 'Cause 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 'cause
the three of you go back to rest up. I assume that Granny is still with the tenders, putting out flames and things.
Leading the charge. Yep.
Well, Benna also stays back despite her injuries and is going to kind of pull out the paper that had the map that she ended up keeping with her, and it's kind of charred at this point, but kind of looking around, she's able to figure out what's left on the map, figure out where Maybell's grave is to go visit. So she does that, and the others go forth into the grove and move the dead as kind of a solemn walk occurs, and the ones that survived start building graves. And I would say there is, for the guards and folk who didn't really have a home to go back to or live around here or anything, they're buried north of Winnowing Reach. The rest, they try to figure out how to get them back to where they were, where they came from, to their families. And over the course of the day, things calm down, and a celebration kind of does start to occur as the non-combatants return to the village and start making a feast for tonight. And Endo is going to come looking for Taunok. Penny running, following Endo and saying, wait, don't run, please stay with me, it could be dangerous still. And Endo's like, nope, time to find him.
Taunok is seated somewhere, still just not quite right.
Yep. You would just probably hear him, a high-pitched screeching, Taunok!
Hey, kid.
Taunok! And he will jump into your arms.
Almost knocked Taunok over. Yep. How's the swamp?
It was kind of monkey and stinky, but I'm kind of used to it. We traveled through it once or twice.
Yeah? Keep everyone safe?
Mm-hmm. I was a really good marsh knight.
Good. Good. So now what?
Penny will say, well, actually, I kind of like Marshview now. I was gonna take Endo back there after the celebrations tonight. Once things calm down.
That sounds like a good plan.
And Endo says, aren't you coming too? Are you gonna come?
Yeah. Of course I am.
So what time is it? Is it evening or?
Oh, I would say lunchtime about.
Yeah.
Battle took a few hours, including preparation and things, because you started in the morning.
Get there, get back.
Oh yeah, there is get there, I get the back. I forgot about that part. So yeah, night.
So are there like campfires around?
Yeah.
Because Volker is going to take his spell book and throw it into a fire.
Penny will kind of stare at you.
Wow. That was unexpected.
I take it this is retirement for you?
Well, I only learned magic so that I could try and find my sister, and actually that didn't really even help. And I don't know about you all, but I don't ever want to do that again.
Well, I hope there's not another aspect of fire or we're all screwed.
Right, but I was a merchant before this, and I think that's what I should be doing. I mean, my sister is alive, and I would like to spend time with her, and I would like to go back to a normal life. This is not really what I ever wanted to do, and I think I probably exceeded anything I ever anticipated that I would do with magic.
I can understand that. Sympathize with it. What
Well,
about you, Ivo?
I don't know. I might travel around a bit. Just offer my assistance to the freedom fighters of the council still. Seems I'm quite useful when it comes to scouting, at the very least.
Well, and useful. You did quite a number on that thing.
I mean, it seems like you two are going to be retiring, and what we've just done, you probably get a nice reward to retire with.
Mm. Well, I mean, from a business perspective, if I wanted to open up another shop, I probably shouldn't have burned my book because it would have been worth a lot of money. But, well, I guess
I think there's still a few pages in there you can recover.
it's just the symbolic nature of it. I think was worth it. You know,
Yes, you really made a point.
yeah, it's not really making a point. Just kind of separating myself from that, I guess. But man, that was a lot of money. I probably shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Townok will gesture over to Endo and to just kind of like cover his ears as best as he can.
Earmuffs.
Yep. Just. I mean, I'll be honest. I've never been much of a fighter myself. I'm big, scary, Smith. I only did this job because, the little one seemed really set on it. So, yeah, I think I'm just gonna go home. I'm entirely too old for this.
Well, you have a new job now. You get to train the Marsh Knight back home.
Yeah. Yep. Hopefully. Train him to be a little better at it than I was. Anyway. Un-earmuff Endo. So yeah, last bit of guard work getting these folks home, Good last round. Who knows what we'll run into on our way past those swamps anyway.
Oh, you do make a good guard. And Endo does need an assistant, don't you?
So, for the record, I realize now I'm
Yeah.
the worst wizard that has ever existed.
Yep.
Because do you remember how last time I was like, "Oh man, I screwed this up." My ray of frost should have been doing more damage because I'm level 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's my pledge: I'm never playing a wizard again, ever.
So that really was symbolic.
Yes, exactly. That was it. That wasn't just Volker burning his spell book. That was Matt burning his spell book, burning the wizard class forever. So
Amazing.
I would have, in addition to the damage that I missed at the end, I would have done more damage to him throughout. Well, no, I never attacked the big guy with Ray of Frost. I attacked the bats and the snakes with Ray of Frost. So I would have done more damage to them. An extra D8.
Yeah. Literally doubled your damage against them.
Because I just checked that. And the funny thing is, what's even dumber is that when I was casting it, I was like, "Oh, I'm only." I saw it and I was like, "Oh, I'm only level 4."
Oh no.
Almost did the same thing until Sam was like, "Oh yeah, and I get extra cantrip damage." I was like, "Oh right, we leveled up."
Yeah, see? Like, it's not set up for that. I didn't fix it. It's only one. Oh, dear.
Amazing.
The
Yeah.
worst wizard in history.
Uh, all of the NPCs, I'd say at this point, it's the morning time. All of the NPCs are back in the village. If there is any other last minute chit chats you wanted, you can go ahead and do that. The village itself is kind of half in mourning and half celebrating, and there's going to be a feast sometime today.
I don't think Volker would stick around for it. I think he would head back to Celeria.
Tarnock would stick around some because he's got people to travel with. Uh, hey, Granny,
Hey,
you're all right.
so aren't you? Good thing I've been looking for you. Here's the cookie I promised.
Uh,
Here's a whole batch of them.
oh, yeah, great. Um,
Oh,
you
shut
seen
up.
you seen the town head around here? Big mouth.
Ugh, him, yeah. Where else would he be? In his office, unless he's making a speech.
Cool. I need to talk with him.
Yep,
Oh,
you're able to go to the magistrate's office, which is this building here,
Mm-hmm.
and the perch guard don't even give you a glance as you walk in.
Shakily make my way up the stairs. My fear of heights only reinforced. Hey, uh, magistrate, Mr. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you. Come here.
And the Walden will kind of step forward.
Yeah, come here. Come here. One second. I gotta tell you something. Yeah, come here. Once he gets real close, just grab him right by the front of the shirt and pick him up off the ground. I hear you about you giving Penny any more trouble. I will come find you. Am I clear?
And you see his eyes widen. Make an intimidation check.
Can I use strength instead of charisma?
Sure.
Let's see. So I will roll. So that's intimidation would be. It would be a 6, but instead it is an 11.
Okay, you see his eyes widen a bit, but then he just puts one of his hands on your hands and gives you a chuckle and says, "As long as she doesn't remain here, we're fine."
All right. Sets him back down. That's all. And very stiffly makes his way back outside and downstairs.
don't you worry, Townok. I'm actually planning on staying here in Penny's stead. That
That's
idiot's
so.
just like his father.
Huh. Well, good luck.
I
Oh,
don't need luck. I was exactly just like the young Penny. Who do you think she's built that hut she's in?
Huh. Fair enough. Well, you two are both a pair of tough old hedges, so good on ya. Good luck.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah. Whenever the others are ready to leave, Townok would leave town with Penny and Endo headed back to Marshview.
Yeah. So let's start with a Volker. You walk back towards the avium, and not within the avian, but kind of um, hidden in the forest area. You see that Lyria has kind of made a camp to wait for you near the avium so that you'll be able to find her, and she doesn't have to deal with anyone finding her. And she smiles as you return to her, holds out her hand, and says, "I'm glad you're back."
Well, I wasn't sure I'd make it, but I think I'm done with all of this. Are you still gonna do all of your research?
And she shakes her head and says, "Well, originally I wanted to learn magic to help the Grove, but I think that there's enough people helping it. And as long as the cult doesn't bother us, I'm just happy to go back to our, you know, have a store, sell some jewels, appraise some things. Seems a lot simpler."
Well, now that you mention that, and I'm gonna pull out a big old map of the world that we just that I posted in this. Like, look at all these places that we could go.
Do you think we should do some import export? Make some good money?
Works for me.
Yay. Do. Sibling pair going on travels to sell stuff. And
Follow-up game force Matt to keep playing Volker while we all play new NPCs on his travels.
Or I'll play a merchant. I probably can play a merchant better than I can play a wizard.
You still have those spells until you change your preparations.
I mean, I will always have my cantrips. I don't need that, right?
Yeah.
They're just memorized. So
You always have your cantrips, and you always have all the spells you had prepared. You just need the book to change which ones you have prepared.
well, I'll be casting haste on all my customers.
And let's go with Taunok, Ivo, Penny, and the Gerbean group. You all travel. You stay with the feast. You eat the feast. Travel back to.
Oh, is Ivo coming with us?
Oh, sorry, I'm tired. I meant Taunok.
I heard Taunok and Ivo, and that's why I was
I
confused.
think I meant Endo. That's what I meant.
I gotcha.
So Taunok, Endo, and Penny and the Gerbean kids or Gerbean people. I'll head back to Marshview. And they're waiting, Coriander, and she smiles at Penny and says, "Welcome back." And Penny just smiles back and says, "Glad to be home." And Endo kind of happily cheers with all the Gerbeans, and Endo's parents come up and start yelling at him for leaving without telling them.
Told you they were gonna be mad. Hey, it's okay. He was safe. He was a big help. Oh, Endo, you give him the thing yet?
"Oh, no, I didn't. Look at this." And he pulls out the ring from his wrist and holds it out and says, "Look, it's so fancy." And one of his parents, the mother will say, picks it up and looks at it and says to Town, "Oh, what's this for?"
Replacement. I couldn't exactly bring back that lucky charm you guys gave me, so figured you needed something and be good luck for him, you know? Speaking of Endo,
Hmm?
you know, really, this has been fun and all, but I'm getting a little old for traveling all over the place like this. In fact, I'm getting a little old in general. Probably be a good idea to have someone maybe buckle down and help take up defending the town, you know?
I can do that.
Can with a little practice.
Are you going to teach me?
Teach you what I can.
And he kind of whoops and jumps up.
I think we got a couple of little sticks or something around the forge that'll be close enough to your size. Yeah, let's go get started.
And yeah, Endo will hold out his hand to take yours and
Mhm.
run to the smithy to grab whatever he can find. Yay. Um, Ivo, what would you like to do? Uh, Throughout the feast, the um, freedom fighters would have stayed, and then the next morning they would have started to head off. Lisa and Yelena and a few of the freedom fighters going back to Alderheart, and Benna and the other freedom fighters going back to the stronghold.
I probably would have Ivo follow Lisa back to the older heart, but more than likely probably ended up working with the council so they can like send him out to help with different type of jobs.
Yep. And Lisa, when you all are back at the Alderheart, will smile at you and say, "Glad you're sticking around."
Oh, someone's got to make sure this place stays in order.
And she nods and says, before we started this, Speaker Beta had said that I might have a position on the council, and as a messenger of sorts between the freedom fighters and the council, it seems like a good opportunity."
Oh, certainly does. And I was going to offer my services to them. And if I get any spare time, I could, say, open up a bar in the tree somewhere.
She would grin. "As long as I get free beer, free
Oh,
ale."
not that generous.
She will give a little cackle and hold out her hand towards you and say, "Seems like we might be partners of sorts again."
He'll grasp her hand and continue walking on. Yes, there's worse things in life to be partners with you.
And finally, Granny, what are you up to? Your tenders
Keeping
are
my
all
word.
sticking around.
Keep running the tenders. I'm going to move back into Penny's hut, which I just claimed to have originally built.
Yep, that's fine.
I'm keeping an eye on the mayor because he's a cunt and I'm going to keep him in line.
I will say one day you punch the mayor.
Hell yeah. Satisfaction.
So, as the morning after the feast arises and the tense air seems to disperse from all of the folk that were there, each of the groups, the attenders, the freedom fighters, perch folk, and all of them end up going back to their own towns and homes. And in the months to come, Benna turns the stronghold into a village for displaced folk. She gets rid of any remaining bandits who are not willing to become freedom fighters. With the aspect gone, the tenders have started to reverse the effects of the scorched grove, and if you walk along the border, you can see little saplings around. The flame creatures seem to be returning within the borders of the grove, so there's no longer ember bats just flying randomly around. Some of the folk, including Riffin and Julia, focus on restoration efforts in the villages and towns that have been damaged by the flames. And despite enjoying Marshview, Penny decided to join Coriander as Coriander restarted her aid caravan, heading back to the damaged areas. Lisa, she said, was awarded her seat on the council, and the council is currently working to acquire members from all folks of all kinds. New settlements are being constructed on the forest floor rather than in the trees to have more equality for the humble folk. And the trunk infrastructure in the Alderheart is being expanded, improving conditions in the roots as well. And all in all, it seems like the Humblewood has entered into a new age of peace. Yay!
Yay!
Yay.
Woo!
This was stupid fun, Tara.
Yay! I'm
Super
glad
cute.
you all enjoyed.